wanted to start with you. You're known for the incredible work that you've done on the screen and stage. How have your experiences as an actress and being on set prepared you for this moment as a writer and director?
Very much so. I think some of my favorite experiences as an actor came from doing All My Sons on Broadway with Simon McBurney, just the process of 8 weeks of rehearsal, working with Diane Wiest on that, watching her work, seeing how we were allowed to eh, really find these characters. And also, like Curtis Hanson, I loved working with him. Just Peter Hedges, people who really helped you find the characters, find the scenes. And so, as a director, I want to always create that space for actors and allow them to, bring all of their ideas. And so I understand what they're trying to do, so I can capture that visually as well. Like, give them like the best lens for that. You know what I mean? Like, now I know, like, oh, okay, they're trying to do this, so like this is going to look better, this is going to capture it better like this. So definitely those experiences really helped. Yeah.
And Jim, you've said in the past that you were seeking a story that reflected the times that we're living in while also living in it, actually in it, and how profound this experience has been for you. How did you first discover Katie's script, and what was it about this character that you resonated with you?
Yeah, I was just sort of. I've been in lockdown. I was in Vancouver actually because I was shooting a TV show over there, and I've been there for a year and a half. Just kind of being locked down and shut down and waiting to go back to work. And then I was sent the script and I read it, and I was just so instantly kind of excited by the idea of a film about the pandemic, and particularly this one. I thought Katie did such an amazing job of, you know, giving us all those little memories of what it was really like to be locked down, but also sort of this beautiful and very real sort of fantasy of falling in love with a complete stranger at the same time. And I thought the characters felt very real. I felt like I could bring some of my own reality into the bones of the character, and sort of flesh them out with Katie, which she was so open to do. And for the first time, really for myself, actually bring a lot of myself into the character. Normally, I sort of go the other way, and I'm trying to sort of escape myself, maybe. But with this, it was like, I feel like there's so many things that I could actually sort of bring as myself. And just the opportunity to sort of work and to create a story that was about the moment. Felt very, very exciting.
And Katie, like you were saying earlier, you've said in the past that the creative process is about trusting and listening to talent that you've surrounded yourself with. Can you talk a little bit about the process of how you created the sense of community amongst the cast while filming during a pandemic? And then, Jim, for you, how has that openness and collaborative environment allowed you to make bolder choices and take agency over your character?
Well, I think what was special about this, and what I actually really like to do in general, is, Jim and I met over Zoom. We started exchanging emails about the characters, different ideas, and then Derek as well. Just so that before you get to the set, you feel comfortable. You know what that person wants to achieve. They know what you want to achieve. Um, and so it does give room for you to play, because then it's like, do you want to do a take now where we try, that thing that you mentioned in February? And it's like, oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Just because also in the editing room, you don't know, like with this, we kind of shifted a lot of different things. And it was like, oh, we can use that from that to do it. And I like that. I like keeping the story sort of alive and that kind of process. So that sense of comfort, I think, is really, for me, I think that I feel like that allows me to do my best work. And I feel like I hope that allows other people to feel the same.
Yeah, it did. I mean, we were able to just be so loose because Katie was really running everything, and was the writer and was the director and was the collaborator and very quickly became a friend. So I really felt like I was making a movie with a friend, and we were very comfortable with each other. And as the characters' relationships grew, of course, our relationship grew because we were sort of spending so much time together. And yeah, there was just this really good, lovely sort of looseness that Katie brings. That's what she brings as a director, and she really opens up the space for improvisation. She encourages that. She encourages, she even sort of, brings new things to the scene when the camera's not on her. She's behind the camera and she's saying different things and new things that are not on the script. And I loved it. I was all up for it, And it's very rarely like that, for an actor, unless you're working with someone who's very specifically carving a film around improvisation. And there were days when I went home feeling elated. I felt like, wow, that felt really real. That was really lovely to sit and just chat and drink some wine, and I was intrigued to see how it was all going to come together, because there would be scenes where I was like, how is she going to cut that conversation with that conversation? Because we almost had two completely different conversations depending on which, close-up we were on or whatever. I think I even asked Kate at one point, how are you going to cut this together?
What I say, I don't know.
No, you said as long as the feeling is right, it'll work. It'll work. And you were right. But yeah, it was, and again with the crew and everybody, and the energy that sort of Katie brought to the set was one of sort of joyfulness and gratitude, particularly, and it just fed into a really beautiful experience that we all needed. We were desperate. It was a lifeline. We just needed to have fun and to tell a beautiful story. And, we were all hungry for that to be put out there.